I was going to record this offline, but my phone is out of storage. Yay, me. So, I found this really cool tumbler at Walmart. And it came with this bamboo straw, or bamboo lid. This is the part that I really liked, was the bamboo lid. So I'm going to use that cup to do this rustic design on. So I found this set of paints at Hobby Lobby for $4.99. It has Georgia clay, which is a red color, orangey color. Asphaltum, which is a brown. It has textured sand, which is not really a paint, I don't think. I think it's more of a, it is an ultra fine grit paste. I'm gonna have to read about that one. And then this metallic paint called Tin. So I think that's gonna look really good together. Okay, so this you mix in with your paints. Okay, so I've got my cup, obviously, on my stand. I've got my little paint tray. And then I've got all these little guys here. They were called watercolor sponges from Hobby Lobby. They sell them at Walmart as well. And there's different, like, sizes and densities and textures. And then, of course, it came with these guys, too, which gives you different effect. So it's going to give you texture and all of that. So the first thing I want to do is I want to sand my cup. So I'm just going to rough this up, get rid of all the shine. I like to go in circular motions, and I will try my best to keep this in frame. I may have to adjust just a little bit. I'm going to flip my sanding sponge just because it's getting kind of dirty. And I want to make sure that I get it really good and sanded so that everything sticks. Okay, so once you get all of the sanded, you're going to take some alcohol. You can spray it right on, or you can spray it onto your paper towel. Either way is fine. I'm going to flip my paper because they got really dirty really fast. And just clean it off. You don't want any of that sanding debris stuck on there. Okay, so our tumbler is sanded. I just thought that the wooden lid would look really great with my design idea. Okay, so I'm just going to shake these up. They are brand new, so I want to make sure that they're nice and mixed. And I'm just going to put two colors. I'm putting each color in two spots, if that makes sense. Oh, is that not mixed properly? Hold on. That's supposed to be silver, not black. Yeah. Gotta keep mixing. Give me just a second. All the black has settled right at the top. Of course it has. Just rolling it in between my hands. That really helps to kind of mix things up a little bit. And I'm not real sure that even the red was fully mixed because it looks very orangey. I'm going to just pour some more out and see. Okay, maybe it just is orangey. Okay, I'm going to see. There we go. Now we're working. Okay, so then in one section, I'm going to add some of this grit stuff. I'm just going to mix a little bit in. Okay. And then you'll just use like a popsicle stick to stir it out. So I'm going to just break that. So now I'm just going to mix in my grit. It's very weird. It's very thick. It's kind of like sand a little bit. And just so that you guys know, I've never done this tumbler. I've never worked with these mediums. I am just winging this very much just because I saw it, had an idea, wanted to try it. It's pretty much how most of my cups come out. You can, well, I don't know if you can, I can very much hear it, the grit. So this made a new color, and that's fine. It's a little more gray than silver, and that's okay. That one mixed together really nicely. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of scrape these off and lay them over to the side. All right. So I don't end up with orange everywhere. So what I want to do, and I'm going to just take and cut a few of these pieces in half because they are so large. I don't like them as giant. And these as well, just to make it work a little bit better. Okay, so now what I'm gonna start doing is I'm gonna take my tumbler. I'm gonna have to lean up just a tad, otherwise I'm gonna hold this out of frame the entire time. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with this stuff here, and I'm just going to kind of start in some of that red. I'm just gonna slightly dip it in. You can dip it in further if you'd like, and then take a paper towel and just kind of dab it off a little bit. And then you'll just kind of start going in. I'm gonna start just going in like this. Just no rhyme or reason. I'm just gonna make sure that rim is nice and covered. And you can always put more paint in. It's harder to put it back in the bottle, so I'll probably need more paint, but for now, this is what we're doing. You can go a little heavier in some spots. if you want. So this is what kind of what we've got going so far. Who knows if this cup is even going to look good in the end, but we'll see. All right, so I'm just going to let that rest on my paper towel, and I'm going to go in with a new one, a clean one, and dip into the brown, and of course dab it off so that we don't end up with too much. And again, we're just going to continue to layer each color until this is full coverage. And you can even go back in after, epoxy and add more colors if you need to. So I'm going to add some brown to the bottom. Okay, so that's what we have this far. So now we'll take another piece and we'll go in, let's see, I think I'm gonna go with the smaller chunk here, and we'll go in with our silver. I really want to dab that off. I don't want like heavy silver, and I may even go back in with the silver after epoxy. And I'm just gonna kind of go around in gray spots where I'm seeing the tumbler still. And you could have started off base coating this cup white if you wanted to. I chose not to. Wasn't a huge deal to me. Okay, so I'm gonna go in now with this little sponge here into the gritty stuff. Just kind of fill in some gaps that I see here. This is just going to add texture. And this is all just layering. There's really not a rhyme or reason for this. And of course, this was all just kind of an idea I had anyways. Maybe should have done this one first, but this color, or this spongy thing first. So I'm going to put a little kind of on the bottom, just trying to get in those creases down there, really. Okay, and then we're going to go in with the brown ick. You can kind of twist and turn it, and that'll help kind of blend it, kind of make randomness. Kind of stipple in over the orange color. You don't want too much of anything anywhere, if that makes sense. So anywhere you see just a lot of one color, just kind of go in and dab that away. So I feel like this cup is kind of a work in progress. It's not gonna just come out immediate, if that makes sense. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with that silver grittiness. The grit smells weird. I'm just going to dip in a little bit of that good silver there that doesn't have anything in it, just to kind of get some solid color happening in here. Okay. So now that we've done that, we're going to just go back to our main colors, just like we did before, and we're just going to start kind of stippling them back in. Over, and we may need to let this dry a bit so it's not muddying everything up. So, yeah. Just very, okay. So we're just gonna let this dry, and then we're gonna go back in and we'll do a part 2 where we just kind of stipple some more coloring on. But that's what it's kind of looking like right now. I think it needs to dry. And then we'll stipple some more on and see what happens. I definitely want to maybe add some more orange. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and epoxy this. And then I'll come back and do another video and show you guys the, like the rest of it. Like whatever else I decide to do here. I'm just trying to get some color down in that crease, because there's a definite line. I'm just fixing the bottom real quick. I really like these foams. So I just added a little of that. Add a little silver grit down here too. So just add a little more color down there. Okay, so this is what we have so far. And we're just gonna let that dry, and we'll go back in and add some more stuff to it. Some more patterns, but it's starting to look very rustic. So, all right, guys, thank you so much.